Welcome back to the Content Complete podcast, featuring myself, Spencer, and my friend Matt from Yalto Gaming TV, our co-host Super Fistcake, and our special guest of the evening, Directionally Challenged. How's everyone going?
Hey. Pretty good. I like your background.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Just one of my favorite shows from my childhood.
What is that? Is that Charmed?
That is Charmed, yes.
That is Charmed.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Yes, Gryffindor, we will win again.
I'm kind of glad I can't see it.
Oh, yeah. You have to see it on the actual stream.
Yeah, you got to pull up the stream and take a look at it. It's great.
Yeah, but they'll mess up my internet.
No.
I got you.
Crap.
Don't worry about it. It's not that important.
No.
It's okay.
We were just almost like... Whatever. Actually, we were on time for going up. I mean, to Matt's credit, he did make it in at 5:01 your time. So
I'm impressed.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
Well,
Matt.
let's get on to the show. First, we're going to talk about what we did this week, or what we played this week. Let's start out with you, Directionally Challenged. How'd your week go as far as video games?
Well, the summer sale was this week, so I picked up like 17 games.
17.
Yeah, they were all like less than $5. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best.
So I've played Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 to just get a feel for it.
How is that compared to number 3?
Actually, you know what?
Is that a real question?
Yeah. No, it is. It is.
There are
not you, to
updates.
Spencer, like he played. Have you played the third one, Spencer?
Yeah, man, I played it.
Yeah.
He destroyed me.
Yeah, we played...
Oh, okay. I thought you were just being...
I'd be into playing it with you guys because it's a lot of fun. But they allowed you to switch your character, so you're not just like, if you have a partner, you can switch to your partner.
Oh, so they're going with the whole like Tekken type thing.
Yeah, and it seems to be like, I was just doing some computer matches just to try and like get a hang of it and have fun. And if you win your match, you keep your health. So it's all like survival style as well.
Yeah, it's like a survival mode. That's cool.
Yeah, so it's a lot different, really. And I liked it. It was interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool because the number 3, the one that I played. Okay, Fistcake.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't know. I thought
it had like a really interesting way of approaching the whole kind of like 3D type battle. So how does like the switching in and out work for? I mean, is it the same camera style?
Yeah. It's the whole style's all the same as the last one. It's just you switch out.
Nice.
So you get the nice like Tekken feel to it as well.
Nice.
Is it Tekken? Because I started to question myself.
It's like Tekken because that's the one that I always played. Is that you had a partner
and you can switch people
out with?
That, right?
That was Tekken Tag, right?
Yeah, like Tekken Tag.
Okay,
Well, they added it.
So I wasn't just pulling that out of my ass. Cool.
Yeah.
No. I used to play Tekken Tag all the damn time in the arcade too.
Who do you main? When we played, I mained the sand guy, Gara, and then the guy with the lightning.
Gara.
Lightning would go like this. We don't
watch the show.
And then he would do like a lightning thing. And he has like...
You're either...
he has the eye thing.
I think you're talking about Kakashi.
Yeah,
Kakashi.
And then the emo boy. What's the emo boy?
Sasuke, dude. Sasuke.
Okay. Them 3.
Sasuke.
So...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's pretty much my archetype for things that I enjoy. Moody little bitches.
I did Zabuza. Like, he's my main every time. If I can play Naruto, it's Zabuza.
Is it that guy with the giant sword?
No idea who that is.
Hell yeah, he's the guy with the giant sword.
Guy with the giant sword, that's how you remember him.
Yeah, he's the only one. Well, I mean, he's the only one with the giant sword that doesn't look like a friggin' tampon. It's the only way.
If we're being real here.
His sword.
Just tampons. Got it.
Well, it's literally
Tampon
like a
sword.
cylindrical blade that's just wrapped in cotton.
Oh,
that's the other guy's one. So I mean, it's got a handle coming out of it. It's not much you can really compare that.
When you hit people with it, it gets bloody.
Yes, actually, because it absorbs
That's
chakra.
true.
And he only fights once a month for 3 to 5 days.
Just straight, never ends.
That's when he's feeling the rage. Yeah. Well, what else did you get for the summer sale?
Oh man, it's a long list. But I also picked up Sonic Generations.
I heard that was good.
Oh, it's really good. It's very Sonic, so it's been awesome to play it. It brings me back to the Genesis days.
That's good. That's good.
I grabbed Shadows of Mordor.
Nice.
Ooh.
Looking forward to that one. I grabbed the original Dishonored because it was like $3.99.
It's a good
So
game.
why not?
Mm.
I grabbed God Eater Burst 2.
Nice. I played like a tiny bit of that. Tiny bit.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I just installed it yesterday, so I'm hoping to play some of it and get a feel for it.
Mm.
Yeah, I grabbed Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit, because I mean, I like Need for Speed.
Yeah, I played the
I-
original Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and that game was like amazing. It was like the one that came out in like early 2000s. But the Need for Speed that was on there, was that the 2010 version?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because it's got the online play and all the other crap that I just don't care about.
Yeah.
I just want to race. You know?
Yeah, no, race, run away from cops, beat the cops. You know, that's the best.
Exactly. I picked up BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. 'Cause
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. We played which BlazBlue? No, we didn't play BlazBlue. We played Guilty Gear.
Yeah, we played Guilty Gear. Yeah.
Oh, you should play BlazBlue. It's really fun. I mean, it's very Guilty Gear styled, but it's just a lot of fun. I love it. I love
Yeah.
the characters.
I always wondered what the difference between the two were, because aren't they made by the same company?
I think they might be. I don't have a Guilty Gear game, or I could answer that immediately. But
What
I
the
think they might
fuck
be.
is happening in the chat?
Welcome, all the people in our chat having your own little conversation here.
And
What
I
are you guys
listened.
talking about?
Hey, Liftinger. Hey, Sabshita. Hey, Smokies.
So
I haven't
someone
seen half of you
comes-
before, but thank you
They're
for
talking about
joining
fun
us
stuff.
and talking about ass and anal. So,
Oh,
What? Okay.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I'm
Let's-
gonna have to.
Let's tone it down a little bit.
I'm gonna have to start timing
all right,
people
Matt,
out.
pull out the hammer.
Pull it out.
What the? I'm 31.
Oh boy.
What?
I'm 31 and my dad still puts me in the shower. This is a group of friends trying to troll us right now.
I'll
oh,
see you in 24
man.
hours. See you in 24 hours. Suck my dick. 24 hours, bitch.
So,
See you
Liftinger,
all.
how's it going?
Yeah, Liftinger, welcome. Thanks for surviving.
Oh, I didn't get Chrissy. See you in 24 hours, bitch.
oh.
Got them all.
The Super Hammer. Stick around, though, if you like the show. You
Yeah,
just can't
if you
talk.
like it, yeah. You just,
So-
tone it down. We appreciate your
I'm
chat.
sorry, you just can't keep talking about butt fucking. It's
Yeah.
just
I mean,
Just
it is
really
an adult
damn
show.
thing.
We make sure that, there's that thing that pops up that's an explicit channel. But, I mean, frankly, in the chat, what are you thinking? That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
But, yeah, sorry. Back to the games.
It's so good.
Back
Speaking
to
of
the
butt
games.
stuff, what else did you play this week?
Played wise, I did actually do some recording for my channel. So I recorded some stories. God, I can never remember the full name of that game. Where is it? I got it right here.
I thought literally you were like, I was
Stories.
recording myself telling stories. I was like, oh, that's
Story,
an interesting.
yeah. Oh, I've done that, but it's Stories: The Path of Destinies.
That sounds like a great bad game.
That sounds like a JRPG if I've ever heard one.
It's an RPG, but
Oh,
it's
shit.
like a hack and slash kind of RPG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it's done in chapters and it's gonna like choose your own. So you get two options at the end of everything to like which way are you going. And the reason I wanted to pick it up is because eventually you get the ability to like travel back in time and like change your destiny.
hmm
So
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
that, and it's narrated like a storybook. So like everything's narrated and the narrator does all the voices.
hmm
Mhm.
And the inner child in me just sits there and goes, ah!
Oh boy.
Because you get to hear the narrator, and he does all the different voices.
That's
So it's
awesome. Yeah, that's really cool.
I like it. Makes you feel like a kid again. And I recorded some Spectre Knight. Well, Shovel Knight, Spectre of Torment.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was like,
more
I've never
Spectre.
heard of Spectre Knight.
no.
I got
Oh,
it
yeah.
now.
Oh, you gotta play Spectre of Torment. It's one of the best. It's one of the best.
The best.
Yeah, I think we saw something on
Yeah.
that when it was because that came out. Did that come out semi recently?
Yeah, like 2 months ago, something like that.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
seeing like trailer and information about it. And,
Yeah.
I never played. I don't think I ever played Shovel Knights. I remember just kind of like being around and how when everyone was like experiencing it, because it is a platformer and it does have that classic arcade feel to it. And Spectre of Torment looked pretty cool.
Hell yeah, because you get a scythe.
Yeah.
100%
scythe.
Yeah, which would you rather prefer? The scythe is my favorite weapon, so I went scythe. I was happy.
Always scythe. So is it like like a DLC for Shovel Knight then, or is it like a standalone?
It's a DLC, but it's large enough to be its own standalone.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty much got the same amount of content as Shovel Knight had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like a whole nother game added onto it. And if you have Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, you got the DLC free.
That's cool.
That's
yeah,
that's
that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
That's why I like it.
It's why I like. They have class.
Exactly. They know how to do DLC. Hey, you bought our game? Here you go.
Thanks for buying.
That.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Exactly.
Especially since they released something so large as DLC. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not as hard as making the original game because they're probably running in the same engine, and they don't have to go through all that. And the art direction is probably similar, so it's not as you have to come up with a whole new thing. So that probably is what makes it easier. But
yeah,
good stuff. Good stuff.
And at least they changed the mechanics around. Like, Shovel Knight mostly bounces with his shovel, but Spectre Knight can do wall runs. So you can run up a wall and bounce off it.
That's nice.
And he also has this ability to attack enemies in the air and do a little dash up, so you can get higher lift and move into higher areas.
Those are always super cool, like those types of mechanics.
I like it because they've changed the mechanic. Like they had a Plague of Shadows, which was Plague Knight, and that was kind of the same thing. It was like another whole game, and they changed up the mechanics for that game too.
Wow!
So every time they've released one, they've just changed it up to fit that night.
That's really cool. Yeah, and
solid.
And what's awesome about that is it gives them their own separate identities. Like I'm wondering what they're going to do moving forward when it comes to possibly a new IP. Like how are they going to include all of those together? Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be interesting, and I think that it's good for them too, because like you said, if they move forward with a new IP, they've already got all of these ways to do these mechanics set up.
Yeah.
So they can put in whatever the heck they want.
That's awesome.
Copy and paste that shit.
Exactly.
I should probably check that out.
I would recommend it.
Yeah.
I think Shovel Knight's fairly cheap, and if you buy it, you get all the DLC for it. So
that's awesome. Yeah,
pick up
the treasure trove.
Yeah.
Cool.
The old treasure trove.
Well, Fiske, what have you been playing, dog?
Exactly.
Me? Don't want to. I don't. Let me think. Well, I played PlayerUnknowns Battlegrounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
As you do.
That's pretty much it because
Wow.
I just got my computer up and running finally this week. So.
Oh, how did the stream go for that? Because of all the new stuff, smoothness wise, everything.
So I went from maybe 10 frames per second on trying to do 720p.
Mm-hmm.
It runs smoothly on 1080p, no problems whatsoever now. So
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
so
a
it's
huge upgrade.
I'm not saying I'm legit now, but I'm pretty fucking cool.
I'm pretty fucking
yeah.
close.
And I just actually
How
got
is
my game capture card in today, so I got that set up right now too. So now I can
that's
play
really
everything. Yeah,
Sick.
Awesome.
Which one did you end up getting?
I got the HD Pro, the one that you put in your PCI expansion thing.
Wow.
That's sick.
Oh, now
Which brand did you go with?
you're
El Gato.
Elgato.
the cat.
The cat.
It's Spanish for the gato.
Spanish for
It's
I
Spanish
got your
for-
ass.
I like the Chris Farley reference. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Spanish for the gato.
I am El Gato. It's Spanish for the gato.
Oh man, classic.
Rest in power, Chris Farley. Rest in power.
So that was it then. That was your whole week.
Well, I mean, yeah, literally. That's I played. I think a little bit more of Wolfenstein New Order, but I've been just distracted
cool.
with this thing. So,
Yeah, he's experiencing the Wolfenstein, the most recent versions of the games for the first time. I'm not sure if you ever played New Order.
I still don't think I've played Wolfenstein.
Wow, you gotta play Wolfenstein.
I'm a JRPG guy. That's what I'm in racing games.
Well, it takes place in Germany. That's closer to Japan.
That's true.
It's a JRPG. God,
Japan was involved in that war.
Sure. Yeah, true.
Yeah, for the shooter, I like it. For a shooter, it's actually pretty interesting because like they nail the shooter mechanics, but they also like give you this unreal like deep story, which is way too deep for a Wolfenstein game, where the first game was like back in fucking 97 or whatever, and you're killing Mecha Hitler. Mm-hmm. And now you're like having this deep, complicated storylines with people and their lives. It's like, I don't. Why is this happening? I don't like. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, where did this come from? I don't understand.
This feels too real now. I can't kill these people.
Now I have to kill these Nazis, not because I want to, but because
I don't want them to hurt my virtual waifu.
Yeah. No, Anya. Anya. But yeah, that's pretty much been it for me. I'm nothing too excited. Next week, this next starting from here on out, I'm gonna be playing a shit ton more video games.
Promises. Okay.
Dude, come on, man. I'm trying. All right.
No, I got you.
I'm fucking trying, dude.
No, I can't wait.
Because well, I mean, I watched you guys play like 5 minutes of D4. That was the other video game I experienced.
Oh God, I don't. I had forgotten all about that.
That had left my mind. That was just Tuesday.
It's like a dagger just stabbed you in the eyeball.
So I don't know if Super Sophisticated told you, but we have like a dual stream thing on Tuesdays called Into the Veil, where we play games that are weird, like mixed reviews, and one of us plays it and the other ones just kind of hang out, right? The first game we did was Outlast 2. That was a fucking clusterfuck.
Fuck Outlast 2.
Exactly.
No, I don't do horror games well.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, not even that. It wasn't even like good. But
it's not like it doesn't look. It just looks fucked up.
It was fucked up.
This would have.
No, it changes you. I'm not the same. I'm not the same person I was 2 months ago. I'm different. But we just finished that one, so we were doing D4, and D4 is Dark Dreams Don't Die, and it's an older game, and it was recently ported to PC, and my God, it would not run. It totally it crashed the stream. We have like 4 attempts of us trying to restart the stream and redo our internet and like all this stuff, and it was just dropping frames by the bucket load. Just
yeah.
And the next day we streamed Shadow of Mordor, just the two of us, and like didn't lose a single frame. But apparently this game originally made in like 2005, ported to PC.
It wasn't. No, it's so wrong. But
okay, old ass game. Ported
it wasn't
to PC.
old. It's like 2012.
Yeah, old ass game.
Wow.
5, 12, whatever. Tomato.
It looks old. Yeah, but
5 years, 12 years. What's the difference?
I mean, it looks interesting in that I don't know what the hell's going on kind of way. But we couldn't get past the beginning because, well, we didn't know what the fuck was going on with the stream. So
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
If you want to play a weird game that you can get for free, They Look Strange and They Have to Die. It's on itch.io, I think.
Oh, it's an IO game.
Oh yeah, it's it's weird. It's 8-bit, and it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I would recommend
we'll put that
just to have a weird game to
in
play.
the list. Things to play that's not D4 because apparently that screws up everything.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's called They Look Strange and They Have to Die.
Yes, something like that. I haven't played it in a while, but
that name reminds me of that game that had started out as a browser game called The Gods Will Be Watching.
Oh God,
that game is weird.
I have that downloaded too. I had to play that at some point.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I think Matt and I played
all the
weird
weird games.
Yeah,
weird game.
Weird games are like perfect for commentary. Just like
yeah.
But okay, yeah. Well, as far as what we played D4, the deluxe asshole edition, and then
played Tales of Berseria.
Played Tales of Berseria. We're playing that on Mondays.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're streaming that. We're currently 3 hours or 2 hours, 2.5 hours in. No,
4 hours.
4 hours.
Because 2 streams, 2 hours each.
Yeah. Yeah. So
my buddy my buddy bought me that game for my birthday.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's solid.
Solid.
Awesome.
And then we played Shadows of Mordor. We took turns every time we died.
Yeah, we did that old classic thing.
I did not
It's a
die.
good way to do it.
So it's,
I died twice.
and what's shitty about that fucking game is the whole time we were playing it and streaming, I'm like, this shit looks blurry. It looks blurry.
Oh god, yeah.
It's blurry, and I'm like, how do I fix this? We're looking it up, and there's
We
no
have it on
answers.
ultra graphics.
Yeah,
everything's like
on
maxed
ultra,
out.
everything's maxed,
Wow.
and it just looks blurry and shitty. So then at the
Wow.
end of the stream, I go to the settings and I go to like some area that doesn't have anything to do with graphics. And it's like, oh, internal resolution is set to like 1076 by 724 or some weird shit.
It was set to like
So
50% resolution or something.
all
weird.
the resolutions in the
wow.
game were like compressed and shitty. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Why would you do that automatically?
Yeah, everything's on ultra.
Matt clicked the button that changes everything to be what's best for your computer. Everything was on ultra. We expect ultra, but apparently we got ultra light. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, it
You don't
makes.
need it.
Why would that be the default?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Why?
I was gonna say I didn't have any problems with it. Mine looked great.
Yeah.
Maybe you need an eye exam, Matt. Thanks, USA Voyager.
No.
Yeah, but now you know because you just recently got Shadow of Mordor. Check that shit, man. It's gonna mess with
I'll
you.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks great. Like he opened it back up and we're like, oh my god.
This is not like a blurry piece of shit.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's a fun game though.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
It is
it's a
fun.
lot of fun. Oh my god.
Plus, it's I'm massive Lord of the Rings fanboy. So I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's good.
And then what else?
I want Shadows of War. I want Shadows of War so bad.
Yeah, it looks good.
So bad.
I finished up Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Matt went through the whole series just recently.
So you're
Oh.
finally done now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. If I had to rank them, it would go Asylum, Arkham Knight, City,
Really?
and then Origins. Origins is
Ugh.
trash compared to the other ones.
Yeah,
But
not that great.
I didn't have any problems with the Arkham Knight. Everything ran perfect, and then because that was like a big issue.
Mhm.
And I thought the city, like Arkham Knight City, was like way more interesting than Arkham City.
Oh,
And
okay. I see
just
what you're
like
Really?
yeah, I didn't really love the Batmobile.
saying. I don't think anybody did.
So I just glided a lot of
Everywhere.
the areas, and then when they were like, "Hey, you need the Batmobile for this shit," I'm like, "Fuck." All right, I guess I'll get the Batmobile.
One.
Tell me about that problem you were having when you were doing the Riddler's.
Oh yeah, so there's a Riddler thing, and you have to use the Batmobile. You can control it remotely or whatever, and you have to stand on a fucking pressure plate as Batman, then go up a bridge right next to Batman in the Batmobile. But Batman, he doesn't like to stay in one position. If the Batmobile is too close, he'll jump right into it. But the whole puzzle is designed for you to drive by Batman and then go up and do the puzzle while he's standing on the platform. And every time Batman's like, you know what'd be great though? Like if I just stopped like standing on this and then got in the Batmobile and fucked it up. And I'm like, fucking
no big deal.
Batman, stop it.
Look, man. He's got a compulsion now. He's been Batman for so long. When he sees the Batmobile, he just jumps in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just second
Automatic.
nature now. He can't
He's
help
like,
it.
oh yeah, you're not going to drive me around the city. How about I just get in it when I'm not supposed to?
You see that? I feel like that was
Yeah.
the ultimate puzzle, though, because it's a Riddler puzzle, right? The puzzle wasn't the game puzzle. The puzzle was his mind, his
Exactly.
expectations. He's like, I gotta get in the Batmobile, and Riddler's like, yes, get in the
Yeah,
Batmobile.
do it.
And then,
Can
Do
you
it and
break
fail
your
again.
conditioning, Batman?
and so then after I finished that, I started playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is pretty good. I don't like Assassin's Creed games that much at all, really, because the climbing is like it's so not what I like at all.
Yeah.
But Black Flag is good so far. And then I started playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Oh, Syndicate's looks really good.
Yeah, Syndicate's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Syndicate.
I love
Syndicate.
I love that whole Victorian London type vibe. You know, like that classic. It's kind of steampunky. Not really steampunky, but just like there's steam stuff, and
Yeah,
you know,
it's-
people have like canes, and I don't know. It's just
Oh
cool.
yeah, one of the ladies fights with a cane. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's like a
this
sword
bitch
cane.
is my main.
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since like the one like right after Brotherhood.
Revelations.
Oh, Yeah,
I don't know
That
why I
was the
know
last
that. I
one
hate
I-
these
Oh, yeah.
games.
Matt's big
I
problem.
actually really like them. I don't know.
Well, Matt's big problem is in the climbing. You press a button, and sometimes he climbs up, sometimes he jumps off the whole fucking tower.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I've been told that Assassin's Creed games are kind of like the old school Star Trek movies.
Mhm.
Every other one is good.
That's pretty true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I kind of feel that way a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, Origins, the new one that's coming out, looks cool. It has like level up. It's like more like an RPG. So
That'll
like,
be more my style then.
I can get into that. So
yeah, they have like loot drops. You can pick up like enemies' weapons and stuff, and they have like
Nice.
stats. It's like cool.
Aw.
And you're in
Just don't
Egypt.
do-
like you can't beat Egypt.
Nice. Just don't do weapon break.
oh god,
Oh no.
Oh, durability.
fucking Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, when people were like, "Oh, Breath of the Wild's so awesome," I was like, I watched Game
We
Grumps
were
play it.
in the same boat, my man. I'm like,
Yeah.
this game is good. What the fuck is up with this mechanic that kills the enjoyment of the game?
Why is it that I'm seeing you like 5 swings and then the sword explodes?
Right?
And then I gotta go find
Worst
new sword.
weapons
It's like, why
ever.
would you play that?
Oh, such bullshit.
Fun.
Like, all right, I got this fire sword. I can only use it 3.4 times because it breaks mid swing, and but I don't want to use it on trash mobs because like I don't want. I gotta save it. It's like virginity. I have to save it.
Fuck it, I'll
you?
just pick up a stick, beat you with a stick.
Yeah, but it takes like 8 hits with the stick to do anything.
And that's
but I
8
don't
different
want-
sticks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I
the
mean,
worst.
I'd rather do that than if I had like a badass sword that like is a lightning sword that bursts electricity. And I'm like, gotta save this for a boss.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty
Yep.
much been what I've been playing. I've been crushing it.
Yeah, I mean, the games that I played Berseria and Mordor. Well, you know, trading off of Matt.
Yeah.
And then of course, you know, the stuff for the channel. We've been playing Melee and Smash 4. Yeah, I think that's it for us as far as games that we played.
Yeah.
I think I trounced you guys in the amount of games I've been playing. I got,
Oh man, I got like
6,
Oh, yeah,
17
no.
games.
Dude, I bought
Yeah.
one thing from the Steam sale.
Yeah, what you
Yeah.
got?
We got Holy Divers, not Holy Divers.
Helldivers. Oh
Helldivers.
yeah, we played Helldivers. Holy diver. Helldivers is actually super good. Like I didn't think it was going to be that good, right? But the entire thing is like Starship Troopers, the video game. It's actually it's like it's weird, persistent online multiplayer, but you can just play local and not have to worry about anybody coming in. And you do these things where you have drops on worlds, and you have these objectives, and so it's different stuff like kill the bug nest or you know, fix the launch pad for this missile thing or something like that, you know. And you go through and you have the drops, and it's local multiplayer, or you can have people online drop into your group like whenever. And you can create a party of friends up to, I think, 4, or is it 3? I don't remember.
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4. 4 feels better. Like, why would they do 3? But
yeah.
And what's so cool about it is just the way it kind of acts. It acts a little bit like a roguelike, where you have this persistent level up feel to it as you're going through the runs. And so you unlock new perks and new weapons, and you can use different combinations of stuff. And they pretty regularly give you new types of like visual gear, like different helmets and capes, which
Nice.
gotta have a cool cape.
Hell
You
yeah.
have to.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the coolest aspect of it is the entire experience. You can choose to play privately, just local, not have to worry about playing with other people where they totally mess up your game. And but you're still a part of the online world, or I guess galaxy, and you're fighting as 3 different factions. You have the cyborgs, the bugs, and then you have these Illuminates. They're like the Protoss.
Yeah, they're like the Protoss.
And
Nice.
they're these war fronts that are happening live. Like, it has a little ticker of how many times players have died and how many times players have won.
Shit.
And like the player died ticker is like up to like 30 million. And
Holy shit.
and because I think the game's been out for like a year or so. And it's this constant battle where if a bunch of players move over to one war front, the other war front starts to lose grounds, and they got to push it back. And the whole point is to get it as far forward, and then all the players have to work together to try to take out the home world. It's just super cool. But you don't have to work with them. You just kind of do your own separate missions and kind of add to the overall like mission counter.
I really like that. I really like that.
It's $10.
Sounds freaking awesome.
$10
Really?
for the standard version. It comes with local multiplayer. You can play with, I think, up to 4 locally. I mean, we had both controllers plugged in, and the keyboard was like, press E to join. Like, that's cool.
Oh, sweet. I like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And $20 if you want to get the base game, plus the 2 DLC that come with the game already, and then all the other DLC, like a bunch of other like cosmetic stuff, and I think unlockable. Like, I don't know, packs of like weapons and stuff like that. But otherwise,
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
killed like 2 hours or so in it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Matt was like, it's pretty good. But
I like that. I like that. I still hate DLC when it's like pay $5 and you get 6 guns and a hat.
But the hat is sick as fuck.
The glowing
hat.
Damn, that hat is fire.
I bought all the DLC for all the Batman games because I'm like, I want to change my Bat costume. And then like I was like, I don't want to change my Bat costume because then like all the wear and tear on it and stuff like that, it's not going to show up. I'm like, I want that story to progress. So I was like,
I need to see it.
So then I switched to the Batman Beyond costume for like an hour. I'm like, this isn't the same. I want my old shitty costume back.
That's like I always end up with that feeling of just like, I don't know, I like the base costume a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'll play around with the other ones, but most of the time I like the base costume. Except for in like the old school like PS2 Spider-Man games where you could be like white Spider-Man or like weird wrestler Spider-Man when he first had his crappy costume, and I was like,
well, are you talking about Spider-Man 2 the game?
Spider-Man I'm gonna be.
Because Spider-Man 2 the game, for some reason, it just hit everyone in the right place. I've never talked to anybody who's talked about a Spider-Man game and then not said, Spider-Man 2, the video game, the one that was on the PS. Like, no, exactly. Like, the game was amazing.
No, I got you, fam.
Was that the one with Venom?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
I remember the one with Venom where you could run around and you had to like constantly eat people, and
that's great.
I can't lie, it was great. you'd just be like, oh, I'm Venom. Dang it, I'm losing energy. Grab a dude, eat him. Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of what is it? Prototype.
Yeah, Prototype.
Yes.
You can do that.
kind of. Yeah.
Much like Prototype.
Whatever happened to those types of games where it's like open worlds, but like you just run around and destroy buildings and shit?
I don't know.
You got like Prototype, and then you got like the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Infamous.
Oh yeah.
Infamous. Yeah.
I didn't play Second Son.
No,
I also did not play Second Son.
It looked dumb. Our powers are neon, TV, concrete. And I was like, or I could go play the game where I get to be Electricity Man.
Where I get to be Raiden.
And I'm a Sith.
Yeah.
I would with Sith. I would just like Force Lightning.
It was awesome.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
Oh god.
That's why I made a suggestion. They should just make the like I said, the Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, but with Vader. Everyone would love it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Everyone would play it.
Yeah,
It'd be great.
We talked about that before, where Vader would just be like on one of the ships, and he's just walking around the hallways.
And just and I mean, you can make it multiplayer, or you could just have a single player campaign of just Vader murdering people.
Vader, the Rampage.
Exactly.
The Rampage, the Reckoning.
Vader, the Rampage, the Reckoning.
That was like the one reason I liked the new Battlefront, was because you could play as Vader, Palpatine, or Boba Fett. And, I mean, you're never going to get the damn thing from anyone, but yeah.
Yeah, no, and honestly, like it was that, and then it was the graphics, of course, but everything else about that game was totally like not enjoyable. Which is why I can't wait for number 2, where they hopefully go back to their old roots. You know, the old number 2, the one everyone else remembers. The only reason why people even like the games.
The way it's sounding, I don't think they're going to.
Probably not. Yeah.
Don't ruin my hype.
I'm sorry. They're dumping all their like Andromeda people onto it.
It's EA, Spence. It's in the game. Come on now.
Except when it isn't. Except when it isn't in the game. Fist cake.
It's whatever. Tomato, potato.
Tomato, potato.
It's in the game or it's not in the game. Who knows?
It's EA. Fuck you.
Where we'll charge you extra.
Cause
we're gonna charge you extra if you want that. It's money.
Cool. Well, we can move on to our first top arena.
Our first top arena is Directionally challenged. So if you could just kind of tell us what your channel's about, what you do, kind of, that.
Well, my channel is Let's Plays, sketches, terrible skits, and pretty much just anything else I can think of. It's really what it is.
That's accurate. It's accurate.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah, we watched your no context Let's Play.
Oh God, that was amazing.
That was
That was amazing. I love the accent too.
Yeah.
It was so spot on.
pretty fucking funny.
The whole time I'm
God,
thinking, is he playing For Honor or is he playing? What is he playing? And that's the whole point. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I've done it twice now. I've done 2 no context Let's Plays because I lost the game footage for the game I was playing, but I had the webcam footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, the first time it happened, I was really mad because I had played this game Warface, and I played the same mission 4 times.
Wow.
Trying to record it, and I lost the footage all 4 times, and I just said, I was so mad, and I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I don't want to do this a 5th time.
Yeah.
And I spent like an hour just being mad, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna cut up the webcam footage that I have, and I'm just gonna be no context. Go.
That's awesome.
And then it happened again. Yeah, exactly. And it happened again, and I was like, I was doing a bit trying to be like how to be awesome at a game, and I was trying to be like, you know, the asshole you always get in a video game when you're online. You always get that, I know better than you. I know how to do this. You guys suck. And I was like,
don't
I'm gonna
fucking
be that
feed
guy.
top. You fucking. Oh, why would you pick you fucking Cho'Gath and the? Everybody knows he's trash tier.
Know my pain.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know my pain.
I
League
played
of
Cho'Gath.
Legends is the worst about
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's why I just go Ziggs mid and I say, fuck you all.
Fuck it all.
Dude, I got so much shit as playing Eve, Evelyn. Oh, everybody. But I was so good at her.
Yeah, as long as you're good, any character is good. As long as you're good.
Yeah.
That's why the pros do crazy, stupid crap where they're like, I'm going to play support Misfortune. And everyone's like, well, now I'm going to be support Misfortune. The pro did it.
Except you don't have any of the skill and you're an idiot. So it doesn't work as well.
The guy with 10,000 hours as Misfortune was able to do it. Me with 30 minutes.
I've never played this game, this particular character before. I'll just go in and do it.
But so that's where my that came from, and I lost all the footage, so I was like, screw it, I'll cut this up, no context, let's put it out there. Number 2, and I have a 3rd one already on the works, but it's only audio, so it's gonna be even
Super no
worse.
context.
Try and figure that one out. It's gonna.
What are you gonna do about the visuals? Are you just gonna put just like a static image, or are you gonna? Are you gonna try to do
I've
kind of like weirdly in context?
Yeah, I've considered stick figures.
Oh, nice.
Like just a picture of a stick figure, and it just shifting every now and then to try and fit that little scene, or just like an ocean background.
Oh, nice. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
Anything.
Just nice little gentle waves.
Like the old Windows XP like feel.
Yes, exactly. Go all the way back. Maybe even have it as the XP field.
Yeah, have Windows XP right there.
Maybe just get a picture of someone's desktop, like with their icons and everything.
I could do a picture of my desktop. What is my desktop right now?
I haven't seen that in years.
I have Pool Party Ziggs as my desktop.
Nice.
I love Pool Party Ziggs. And the other thing I do, I have a thing I've called Diary of a Mad Scientist.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my own original story that I came up with.
Nice.
And it's a mad scientist and what he goes through in his day. And I was inspired heavily by Dr. Horrible.
I knew you were going to say it.
I was about,
I was like, he's going to say Dr. Horrible. This is great.
Hell yeah. I loved it. And so I was inspired by it. And so I have my mad scientist, and I'm always like, hello, diary. That's how I don't know. I just decided
that's a great
that's
mad
how my
scientist voice.
That sounds like a mad
Yeah, it
scientist.
just feels right.
If I heard him in the grocery store, I'm like, oh yeah, that guy works as a mad scientist. Yeah.
I bet he uses chemicals
I said that.
in a sciencey way.
Not in a methy way, but more of a sciencey way.
Yeah, definitely not a methy way.
No, not math. Who needs math? So I've got that going too, and that's a long-running series. I've done these things called VNN, which is Video Game News Network, and
Nice.
that is like the first one was like Link testifying against Ganon in a trial.
Oh, they're
and it was
fake
just
news.
like-
Okay.
Oh hell yeah, it's all fake. Sonic was caught with like performance-enhancing drugs, all
Oh.
that sort of shit.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
I gotta check that out. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
that
That's
sounds
believable.
It's true. The Link one was one of my favorites because I just had like Link in the stand and he didn't speak at all.
Mhm.
He didn't move, and everyone was like, "Calm down!" He yelled at.
Nice.
Oh
Oh,
god!
you should have had him like, well, like what is his stupid little? He yells a lot.
Oh.
No, that's Fox. Huh,
Say it!
huh. And everybody's like, whoa, whoa,
I-
whoa! No need for that language.
And that was actually one of the lines. There's no need for that language.
Oh,
sir. Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, we'll have to check
Got
that out.
it.
That sounds hilarious.
No, I do just
Everything.
Stupid. Yeah, it's just stupid.
I
That's
love
what
the.
I call it.
I just do stupid.
I love
Yeah.
the what is it? Was it shitty ideas for a Let's Play or?
Oh yeah, Shit, like the worst ideas for Let's Play challenges.
Yeah, yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I don't know how I came up with it. I just was like, I don't know, what would be dumb challenges you could do? Boom.
There you go.
Yeah, it works.
That's
Man.
every video I've ever made. That's a skit. I'm just like, I don't know, what would be stupid? Do it.
What's
Fuck it.
What's funny about this is that me and Spencer back in like 2009, were on YouTube and we did like
It was strictly
Physical-
like a skit channel.
a skit channel.
It's,
And then
Our
we-
process was similar.
Yeah, we also have a song on one of our other
Oh,
channels,
my
right?
God. We had a related
And-
channel called it was the music one
Yeah.
of the other one.
And we have a song on there that is, I think, at like 50,000 views or something like that. And
It's the video that's gotten the most views we've ever done ever, and we didn't know about it
yeah, we didn't know about it,
until recently.
but it's called. And then forgive me for being,
It was 2009.
It was a different time back then, but it was called. It was called Ryan's a Fag.
So there was this kid that we knew in high school named Ryan, and we hated him. So I wrote a song. I wrote the lyrics for a song, and Matt and I stood there, played terribly, 2 guitars, and I sang terribly about how much of a fag he was.
Mm-hmm.
And
Air quotes.
we don't look at this channel for years. We come back to it, and it's at like thousands, tens of thousands of views, and all these people named Ryan in the chat being like, "What the fuck you, man."
Yeah, so many Ryans.
All the
I,
Ryans.
And
Came out of
so the
the
guy's like,
woodwork.
"My friend's name is Ryan. I sent this to him. It was hilarious." Like just shit like that the whole way
Yeah.
down.
nice.
So we
I had a
accidentally
similar
became viral
experience.
and didn't fucking capitalize on it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, man,
We could have had the
Sucks
whole
if you can't.
insert name here is a fag market, and we didn't know.
I had a similar experience to that because I started back in like 2006, 2007, whenever
In, like, the
YouTube
beginning?
was like, yeah, oh god, yeah. And I started off making AMVs. That
oh,
was
dude,
my
we started
start.
making AMVs too.
Dude, we started making
Really?
AMVs.
we did. We were on the whole Final Fantasy VII Advent Children train.
Oh, I was on
Well,
like the Naruto
I see where this is
train.
going. I'm just gonna leave now and just let you guys just continue on the show.
Well, you're telling me you didn't do
Congratulations,
AMVs,
DC,
dude?
Fist cake. Bye.
Yay! I was gonna say I can send you guys like my first Let's Play was of like Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
didn't speak. It was just me on Z3 mode kicking the ass of Vegeta.
Nice, nice. I
Fuck
think
you.
our first Let's Play ever was we wanted to play through Legend of Dragoon,
Yeah.
and which is like one of my favorite JRPGs of all time, and we never. So when we recorded it, the audio was terrible. And I did all the voice acting of all the characters. Still do that today. But I did all the voice acting of the characters, and we had never done anything like that before. And somehow the audio was so messed up for the first 2 episodes, we just uploaded at episode 3.
Yeah.
And that still has one of the
Back when standards were none.
most... Yeah, that was back when we first started
that's
our
my
channel.
standards.
I think that was the first like video we ever uploaded was Legend of Dragoon episode 3. You can still find it. It's just there. It's watch at your own risk.
One of my oldest videos is I took the Dane Cook skit of someone shit on the coats, and I had it as a Naruto kind of like AMV where I tried to do the lip syncing as best as possible, but I sucked.
That's great.
And so
that was like the crown jewel when you're making an AMV. And you're like, I want the lips to match up with the lyrics, and it's like, yeah.
And you go back and watch it, you're like, this actually wasn't as good as I thought it was.
I am a master of my craft.
God, no. I was looking at them and I was just like, oh god, this is so terrible.
Why did I do this? Oh,
this is 2007 me.
Oh god. Yeah. Yep.
Fuck, I look back at my videos I first did on this channel. It's like I did a bunch of how-tos, just stupid how-tos, like how to drive. And I didn't have a record, like I couldn't record, like I didn't have any mic at the time. So it was just like, well, I have to use text to talk. And it came out hilarious. It's so bad.
We all make mistakes. That's what we're trying to say here, guys.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's okay to fall, You just got to make sure you get back up. And you get knocked down, and then you get up again. Nothing ever's going to take you down.
Bottom, yeah.
And you get knocked
Once
down.
you hit rock bottom, it's only up. So you got that.
And then you get up again.
AMVs is literally the rock bottom.
Well,
At the time, though,
it
was the top.
It was the top.
I've got
It fell quickly.
I've got a friend that still does AMVs, and he's really fucking good, though.
It's a craft.
Holy
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He does, like, he's doing 3D animations with it, too.
Damn.
So he's taking it to crazy levels, yeah.
Yeah,
And
why not
he's
just
learning how to do it.
Yeah, just like literally at this point, just make your own stuff entirely.
He probably could.
Yeah.
He probably could. He's crazy good at it.
All he has to do is jump.
He's been featured in a few AMV Hells.
Oh wow!
I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought
no, I totally
AMVs had
forgot
died.
AMV Hells. Like I totally forgot that existed.
I love AMV Hell. Awesome. That's what I created my own series way long ago. What happens when you watch AMV Hell too much? It was AMV Hell, just my shitty version.
I won't say that I ripped
version.
him off, but I ripped him off.
I mean, I'm not going to say I ripped off AMV Hell, but I did make a series called What Happens When You Watch AMV Hell Too Much.
Perfect clickbait tile, too. It's great. All right, guys, let's get into our first actual topic of the day.
Wait, I have one quick question because we haven't done this segment in a while because we've ran out of tips.
Mm-hmm.
What would you, DC? What would you tell yourself when you first started out doing YouTube? Like, what would you tell yourself now? What would you tell yourself back then? If what you know now about YouTube, like just a Let's Play tip.
Oh, the biggest I could probably tell myself is you have to talk to people. Mm-hmm. Which is one thing that I didn't do for a while because most of the time I'm actually a very shy, introverted person. Yeah. And it takes me a while to open up to people, which, like, you guys, I was able to just open up because you guys are, like, similar to me. So it was really easy for me to just open up. But talking to people is one of the most important things, and just getting yourself out there and just trying to make friends. And that's really one of the biggest things that helps, because that gets your personality out there. It gets people to start liking you. Mm-hmm. Be real. Don't be fake, because there's a lot of people out there that just, like, they are fake. They will they'll befriend you, and then if they get way up above you, they'll just drop your ass. And that's, to me, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So just do it for the love of it. Talk to people, make friends, and just have fun. That's really all I got. Really the most important.
Yeah, and that is, like, super important, because it not only does it help out with the overall confidence and you know, a mutual kind of, like, thing. It's also, it's really easy just to be on your own doing, like, your own thing and feel like, okay, I'm making videos about, you know, video games or whatever, and you know, just like everyone else is, but it's also like I'm in my own existence, like nobody sees me here in this cesspool of other creators who are doing the exact same thing I am. So it's good to, like, talk to people and, like, oh yeah, this guy's doing it too, and we can, like, chat, you know.
And you get more pointers from them, and you get ideas, and it's just, it's great.
Yeah, that's some solid advice.
Yeah, it's probably probably the best advice.
Yeah, best we've done this entire series. That's probably the best advice. Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
We did more technical stuff.
First actual topic of the day, and when it comes to video game news, we're talking about. So I have this thing here that says IO and Denovo. But
yeah, Denovo's IO dropped Denovo for their Hitman games.
Right. So we have this ongoing series about Hitman and IO, and this whole train wreck of stuff. Last time we talked, IO Interactive has the rights to Hitman.
I spelled Denovo wrong. My bad. Go.
They have the rights to Hitman, and they're going to be continuing the series themselves outside of Square Enix, which is the people who had dropped them initially. And then now the most recent news is that IO Interactive has dropped Denovo from the Hitman series. So
the pretty much is like it wasn't IO's. They didn't want to put Denovo in IO.
Yeah.
And Denovo, for people who don't know, is like a really crazy anti-pirating thing that recently has been getting shit on. It's been cracked. Like all the new versions have been cracked of it. Everybody is cracking it. They got 3 groups cracking it now, and pretty much every game has been cracked that has Denovo.
Yeah.
So before it was like 6 months before release, 9 months before it got cracked, and then then it was like 3 months, and then 2 months, and then 1 month. Now it's every day.
New games are getting cracked.
There's a new game getting cracked.
And so what happens is these developers, they release a game with Denovo, and then usually the operating thing is if it gets cracked, we'll just get rid of it. So then these groups that are doing this just pick up a game, crack it in like record time now, and then the developer's like, okay, I guess we'll just drop it again.
Yeah. But Hitman was always online, so I don't think it ever got cracked.
Yeah, it's harder to crack online-centric games like that have the DRM.
Yeah.
But,
I just find it hilarious that basically people are cracking it now, not because they want a free game, but because they want the game to run better.
Yes.
Because recently it's always just made the game apparently almost completely destroyed Rhyme. Is it?
Yeah.
It was
for
PC.
Yeah, because usually it checks the server like a couple of times a day or something like that, or every few hours. But this one was doing it how many times? It was like
5,000 times a second or something like that, and then by
crazy.
the end of an hour, it over 3 million times it had checked for the server, and that just destroyed performance.
There's no point for that.
Yeah,
that's unnecessary.
100% unnecessary. And now it just seems pointless now, considering how many games are just being cracked.
Well, what is amazing to me is these companies like Square Enix, they love Denovo.
For some reason.
They don't look at successes that don't have any DRM. Like The Witcher, that doesn't have any DRM in it. It was released DRM free on release, has sold millions of copies. You know why? Because it's a good fucking game. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
People will buy your shit. Right?
If you don't make shit.
If you don't
if it's a good shit.
Yeah. People want to give you the money. They're like, oh yeah, this is a piece of art. I want to pay you for it. And it's so much easier when your shit's good. And then they're like, oh, but it protects our shit for the first week, which is what Denovo or Square Enix used as we want to protect our 1 week of sales in the beginning. It makes people buy our games. No, it doesn't. What it does is
even
I just wait a week.
Yeah, I just wait a week.
Yeah, exactly. And I was gonna say, even if you have even if people pirate the game, tons of people pirate the game, a lot of those people will go out and buy the actual game if they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
They really did enjoy it, they'll go out and buy it. And that's I've noticed that with movies and shit like that. If they really enjoyed it, they will go out and buy it. Music, people go buy it. They will support it because they liked it. It's just they don't want to go spend $20, $30, $60 on something that they're gonna hate.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's
$60 isn't a little amount of money.
Yeah.
And
it's not like maybe 5% of the developers actually make a demo for their own games. And you're lucky if you get an open beta before the game comes out. So you don't have any idea besides what you've seen of it, and hopefully maybe some content creator out there, who does first impressions of games, got an advanced copy, and the companies are typed and let them play beforehand, so you can see how the game runs. If they don't, then you have no idea how the game's going to run or how it's going to work.
Exactly. Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I like Let's Play channels too. It lets me see if I'm going to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I get to see the gameplay. I get to see their impressions, and I get to go, yeah, that looks like a great game. I pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's like half the point of watching a lot of those types of videos, especially if they're the type of channel that works hard to be a part of that whole group that gets the copy of the game ahead of time and goes to the conventions and plays the demo versions of games so you can see it.
Yeah. But yeah,
I would love to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
IO got rid of Denovo. Good. Denovo needs to not exist.
And it's great too because it is an online based game. No longer having it on there because they weren't able to crack it before, I'm sure that's got to increase player base. Just because there are some people who are so staunchly against it.
Yeah, some people were like, well, I'm not going to buy any Denovo game, period. Now they'll buy it.
Yeah.
It's all goodwill. All it's doing is you're like, oh, I trust my audience. I trust our consumers.
Exactly.
And it just makes you look
companies,
good.
Yeah. Just look what happens when you listen to your fan base.
People
crazy
buy
how
your
that works.
fucking shit.
I know, right? They'll
Trust
buy
your fans
stuff.
for some fucking reason. Who knows?
All right, so the next topic we have is
Probably the last topic.
probably going to be the last topic.
Yeah.
unfortunately. The voice actor strike.
Which has been affecting a lot of games recently.
Yes.
I
Yes.
saw that. I looked into that afterward. I was like, oh shit.
Mm.
But at
There's
least
even a wiki on
the one I saw. Yeah, at least the one I saw, they said there's an update in that a lot of the companies are now starting to at least renegotiate the terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what was the initial
So
starting point for that? Like, what was the point of contention?
From what I could tell, they wanted bigger bonuses based off of like sales of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if the game was like a massive game, they wanted bigger bonus, which I think is only fair because even a lot of actors get that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is that they wanted less demanding like voice work, like less hours, like if you have to do a lot of screaming and stuff like that, which again, I understand. Your voice is your livelihood, and there's like a set time where, if you talk too much, you could hurt your voice.
Yeah.
So it all seemed reasonable to me. I was like, yeah, if you don't want to hurt your voice, which you shouldn't, like if you were a stuntman, I think you should have like reasonable amounts of times you could do one stunt, in a row before we could look at it and go, you might hurt yourself if you go too far.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if a movie does really well and an actor who is usually part of SAG, Screen Actors Guild, they get bonuses. The Voice Actors Guild is also, I think, part of SAG from what I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I remember right,
Yeah, they should be protected under that too. You should get a bonus if it does really, really fucking well. You put a lot of effort into it. That's like why I told you guys earlier I was behind the writer's strike too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you deserve this credit, in my opinion. Like, I think if an artist puts out his work out there and someone's like, using it forever and ever and ever, and it's in the video game, like the designers and everything, if they all get bonuses and like the people up at the top get bonuses, why the hell don't the people that are like part of the whole game get it?
Yeah. Why aren't the main characters?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you have those people who play like a secondary character who then are credited as additional voices. And additional voices, that means like literally just a bunch of the other people you come across. And so the amount of hours they have to put into the game, not only just doing the main character that they're doing, but also all of the other secondary characters, different accents, different approaches, battle sounds, all that work that goes in. I mean, it's tough. It's hours.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes months and years to make a game. So these people, God knows how many days or weeks worth of recording they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
And they do it all in a relatively short time too. So it's not like they're spending the entire period just doing the voice acting. They probably spend like a month or something where it's just like pretty hardcore voice actor.
I was also reading that they don't even know, like they'll go into audition and they don't even know what they're auditioning for. People won't tell them. Like, I guess. Yeah, where they're like, I don't know who I'm even playing. Well, I mean, like,
see,
there's secrecy, right? And then there's like, you go and audition for a part, they don't not tell you like who you're gonna
like in a movie.
Like,
obviously,
the interesting thing about that is I was gonna say my mom. She casted a video game a while back. It was on the Xbox. I cannot remember the name of it right now. I
Mom's
own
gonna be
it.
mad.
But I can't remember the name of it. I know she probably is. But it was essentially you get like, we want this kind of voice.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, like, oh, can you do like a Russian accent or something like that? And the way that it normally you'd go down is you just find like a lot of the times it was Craigslist. Not gonna lie, a lot of the times that's how casting directors go and try and find people.
Yeah.
But you would just try and get voice reels and just listen to people's voices, and you would just pick them from that and bring them in to do the audition. And so that's how I know how a lot of those got made. But if they're really secretive about it, yeah, you'll get some lines that might not even be related to the game,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll just be like, all right, can you do this angry? Can you do this sad? Can you do this in a Russian accent? Can you do this in any other accents? And they just run you through that, and if you're good at all that, then yeah, they pick you. So I understand, like, from the super secretive end, because companies are paranoid as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was talking
you
like
get a
high-end,
vague
like
idea,
AAA
yeah,
games
but
that they might want to
some
like
of those,
keep
yeah,
secret.
they'll be like,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you're
But
just
there's
like,
some games that
yeah.
are just like, I'm an indie developer, and I'm
Mhm.
not going to tell you.
yeah, this is my vision.
You're
Mate,
playing as a male lead. Go.
male hero.
Male here.
Haha. Ah, I failed you once again, villain.
You can't do that
Oh,
in the name of righteousness.
In the name of the Lord, I shall smite thee.
Are you the bad guy now? Like,
we're all good guys.
we're all good guys.
We're all good guys here.
I like video games from the villain's perspective. Thank you.
There are some
There's
good
not
ones.
enough of them.
Dungeon Keeper is a classic one.
I have that one.
Yeah,
that one.
classic villain perspective video game.
There's just not enough of them.
There,
in my
it's
opinion.
definitely not. Sometimes you want to be an evil asshole and just
I
murder a bunch of people, and then you're like, you can't do that.
Everybody.
You want to save people? No, I want to murder them. Didn't you hear me?
Maybe not go as far as like hatred levels of murder and
Well, I want ones with the like good, like is good.
with a
That's
compelling
my bad.
storyline and character development.
I want one that's good.
Yeah.
Because hatred was that was a game.
Yeah.
You know, just give me a game where you play as Vlad the Impaler, and that's it. You just go.
Yeah, he's got like backstory.
I'm pale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's got a name and stuff. So
And a hobby.
and
a
a
hobby.
hobby.
It's all in one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm glad that the studios are going, and a lot of them are starting to give in and renegotiate contracts and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think unionizing is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
But they are slowly working on it. But it just kind of affected that Life is Strange thing with Ashley
Yeah.
Burke playing as the Chloe, and then also affected those two actors playing for the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some bigger games. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, so that's
Crazy.
that way
Now,
they-
if you can get the three, they have the two guys, I forget their names,
Nolan North
And-
and the other one, Troy.
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker.
Yeah. And then they have a woman,
Troy McClure.
and they're like in every single game. So I don't know
Yeah.
if they have them behind them or not.
Yeah, so how does it work when you have a strike like that? Does everyone just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll be along with it, or is it where like the majority of it go and then everyone else just kind of has to go along with it?
It's pretty much you get told by like if it's like SAG does it, they kind of tell you like, well, you're not working. You're kind of like, what?
I guess I'm
Well,
on
why
strike.
not? It's like, well, you can't do it with this company, but there's a company over here that might allow you to. So you're like, okay, I guess I'll try and go to that company and get work.
I guess I'll work for this
yeah,
indie
that's just all
developer.
union stuff. That's
It kind of
just
it sucks because a lot of people get screwed out of it, but what they're trying to do is just get a whole bunch of people benefits, and a lot of the people involved want the benefits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
But some people, there's always those people that are there that they just need to survive, and
Yeah.
they kind of get screwed over, and that's what sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see how, like I can imagine being maybe a recent voice actor or somebody who hasn't
Like
quite
an
gotten a big
up-and-comer?
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you haven't quite gotten your big part yet, so you're getting things here and there, but it's like just paying the bills. So
Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, at this point, I'd create my own YouTube channel and then just to talk about the events and gain a following of some type, and hopefully that can pay the bills for in the meantime. But because I don't know how long the strike's going to go on, they can go on for months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're welcome, next YouTuber.
there you go. And that also that adds a voice reel for you.
Yeah,
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just gonna start using my YouTube channel for. Here's my voice reel.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You want a voice reel? Let me just give you my YouTube channel link right
Check
here.
out this video. It's called No Context. Let's play episode 5. It's actually a masterpiece. It should get a Pulitzer. You know,
It deserves it. You know? It's really. I think I'm gonna get an Emmy. What do we do?
I might
Like
turn
it
this
too.
into a play.
yeah. There's so many different emotions and
Just
characterizations
take it
that are going
on Broadway. It's going to be a one-man show on Broadway. Just me and the crowd.
The computer is actually like facing the back of the computer is facing the crowd, and they're just all watching you play.
Has a whole setup just like your room.
Yeah.
So,
Oh god, I think the Game Grumps do that, don't they? With the
I
Game
have
Grumps Live.
yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
I know that they have like. I know that I've seen it. They have like a big projector in the back, and then they have just like the TV, and they're doing a Let's Play live. And I
Yeah,
was
I know. Some people pay money for that.
I mean, hell,
I
I
know
mean,
it.
they have a huge following, so it totally makes sense for them.
oh yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Cool. I think that wraps us up. We had a good, nice, news-filled episode.
Oh, so much news.
So much content,
much.
We
really.
covered everything. I hope.
Totally.
But let's get on to. Okay, we don't have a splash screen for Directionally Challenged. I'm sorry, man.
That's okay.
But can you tell
Oh
us,
no!
the people, where they can find you?
YouTube, I am Directionally Challenged, which you can do the C-Directionally Challenged. And I'm also on VidMe, which is also Directionally Challenged.
Nice.
Nice.
Keeping it covered.
And if you want to see me on Twitter, it's no map, no problems. Because Directionally
Yeah, I was
Challenged.
going to try to at you
I
earlier
get it.
today, but I could not.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't come up
Yeah,
as
I know.
Directionally Challenged. And I'm like, well, I tried.
No, I did my
Yeah,
best.
yeah, that's why it's just no map, no problems.
Nice.
Okay.
The
Cool.
closest I could get to being Directionally Challenged.
That's why the top portion of your channel says "No Matt, no problems." Because I was like, maybe that's his tagline. That's a pretty good tagline.
That is
You know?
a good tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just worked with me.
Yeah.
I figured it was nice.
Cool.
I get lost without a map though.
Do you live stream at all on Twitch or?
I would if I had better upload speed, but I have like 0.05 megabyte upload speed.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that is not good.
Yeah, I tried to stream once, and it's like a 10-minute delay between when I start and when it kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You should have a timer.
Suck.
You should have a timer
So
on the
it's like
bottom,
that.
like left corner, of like when people should expect
A response.
A response.
Nah.
10 minutes.
Mhm. Well, if you ever get good
Okay.
upload speed or something like that, I can always help you out.
Yeah,
I know all there is to know about streaming.
we've done the research.
I have the knowledge.
I've got PDFs and PDFs of like YouTube crap too. Holy shit!
Yeah.
I spent
So many
hours
PDFs.
reading.
Back when we first started streaming, we did Binding of Isaac, and we did everything we could just to get a video to show up. Like, it was like the worst quality. I think we streamed at like 240 at some points. It was just like just anything.
wow.
It doesn't matter if they see our face, as long as they see
Yeah.
the outline of our bodies and then the game
in our voices.
and our voices.
So all it needs,
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah.
Your basics.
Super Fiskate, where can we find you, little bitch?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know. I was calling Spencer a little bitch earlier today.
Yeah, he's on a roll. With
I'm
that.
on a
Find
mood.
The whole thing about me being kicked off the podcast. And down and taking my thing. Oh God. Well, you can find me on Twitter at little bitch.
Little bitch cake.
Little bitch cake. Oh, that's great, dude.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So sorry,
I
it just
want
came
that to
out.
be your new. That needs to be your new Twitter thing. Your Twitter handle is a little bitch cake.
Little bitch. I might actually change that just for a week, but if I'm not that, you can find me at Fizzcake on Twitter. I do Twitch on Mondays and Fridays by myself. I'll probably play. I'm gonna do a test stream with my capture card on. Well, no, I don't know. Oh, and I'll do it Friday. I beat my girlfriend in Speedrunners again. That's what I'll do.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
Nice.
like
There
fun.
you go.
Yeah, so that'll be Friday, and I think Monday I'm gonna probably play some more PlayerUnknowns Battlegrounds because that's still hot, and I'm gonna just ride that wave as best as I can.
Nice.
And then Tuesday we're gonna play a game. I think.
Yep.
We're gonna try to figure something out.
We're going to try to figure it out.
Yep.
But-
all right.
D4 coming at you live, maybe.
or not.
Maybe.
Something else possibly coming at you live. But that's
Yep.
that stream's on at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central on both of our streams. So Neanderthal Gaming TV and Fizzcake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can we find you guys, you little bitches?
Hey, Matt's the bitch, okay?
Oh, sorry. Spencer, and you little bitch.
Yeah, you can find us at youtube.com/Neanderthal Gaming TV for the
Man,
VOD.
we got those Smash 4 videos. We got
shit.
those fucking Melee analysis videos. So if you want to see a couple
shit.
scrubs tell you what to do in Melee, don't, go watch somebody else. But if you want comedy, you come to our channel and laugh at our decisions. All right? We the little bitches in here now. All right. You want some weeb shit? We got Tales of Berseria for your ass, baby. We got weeb shit all day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are the days that we have Tales of Berseria.
The weeb shit.
All right, and then we got some Shadows of Mordor. You want to see us kill some orcs in fucking not high resolution? Well, let's do it. Because that's what we're gonna do.
Because that's the shit we have right now.
That's the shit we got right now.
That's your tagline.
Yeah, that's the shit that we got.
That's the shit we got.
What else we got? We got streams. You got streams on Monday. We got streams on Sunday. You watching that shit right now? We got Monday streams is Weeb Day. That's Weeb Day. That's Tales of Berseria coming at you live. All right, Tuesday. That's a weird ass game that may or may not work. All right, we don't know yet. All right. Then we got Wednesday. That's Orc Killing Day. Looks like meat's on the menu, bitches. We got that coming at you. Boom. I mean, we're on Neanderthal GTV. That's Twitter, bitch, and we don't really update that much. I don't really talk a lot on there. So,
but you'll know when we're about to go live because that's really all the times he tweets.
My Twitter is just fucked. I don't even know. It's whatever.
And that's us.
Great. That was perfect. That is the exact type of representation we need.
Friday
Thanks for
stream,
watching, little bitches.
I don't think that's gonna catch on with fans.
They love us. It's okay.
You got bros with Pootie Pie. You got lovelies with the Game Grumps. Well, we got little bitches.
We got little bitches battalion.
The little bitches battalion. Oh my god. Oh my god.
LBB. Little bitch battalion.
So if you want to catch the audio version of this, you can just find it wherever podcasts are found. Your podcast thing of choice. Fizzcake, he puts it up there on Wednesdays.
Big shout outs to Fizzcake.
Okay, he puts together the audio version. He takes all of our audio separate things, makes it one big enjoyable mess. And and then the video one's also gonna be out the same day on Neanderthal Gaming TV.
I can't wait to cut out that whole 10-minute segment about that song you guys wrote back in 2009.
It already gets an explicit tag, dude. Just leave it.
That was our bad.
We'll do some creative decisions there, but I don't know.
Just believe
Well,
it.
I totally understand if you decide to take it out.
Yeah, no, actually, that's probably fine. We can just use that.
Matt said a naughty word.
Yeah, that transition music I made last time when we couldn't play the audio for the trailer that we were playing on the channel.
Oh, the jazz music.
Yeah, that jazz music we put together.
Yeah, we'll
Good
just
shit.
do that or something. But yeah,
Cool.
That's cool.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. We have been Content Complete Podcast. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Directionally Challenged. It was a lot of fun.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, send us to the outro.
Bye.